Let's do this. Philly Eagles at Detroit Lions. Be a good game.
Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night primetime.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. We've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, and who has the edge here?
So my brother and I, we selected each team. He has the Patriots on the AFC, and on the NFC side, I have the Detroit Lions. This is our second season, and we're in the playoffs.
They're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Oh, a dangerous return.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016.
I know I have terrible interceptions. I don't know what happened to me this season. I'm just throwing the ball very poorly. Poor decision making.
He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Doing for a run, doing a running play. Here we go. Whee! No.
Ahead for about 4, second down coming up.
Someone's hurt.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
All right, time for a passing play. They might go for Hopkins. We'll see.
Left. Now it's gone. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
Boom. First down.
As they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Good pass. Not bad. Let's do another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw.
Oh.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's in.
Man, my O-line.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 3rd and 9 here. Here's Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like to match.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
I had to go for it.
St. Brown from 13 yards out. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last
nice.
thing you want defensively.
There we go.
On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point.
Should have gone for 2. I'll do that next time.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns.
Come on, let's do this.
You'd always love spectacular, but in the playoffs, you'll take solid, and that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, pushing his way through, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 30.
Oop, another player hurt. Nice. That's 2 of them.
Here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical
one on the defense, one on the offense.
And we will take a short break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. A strong running. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how.
Man, it's going to be tough covering both. Sack one and Jalen. There we go, there we go. Not, oh, fumble, fumble. Oh, they recovered. No. Man, they got lucky.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position.
Let's see.
Doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through.
No, none of my guys were close. Oh. It's all good though.
Still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
No. No. There we go.
Will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy
blitz.
Because he was wide.
Gotta go for a blitz package.
And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
There we go.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary.
Let's go for another blitz. Let's rush him.
That one ended up incomplete.
Pressing the receivers.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys
all
used to be
right, man coverage.
Players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better
press.
Athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Ah, yay. Nice.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch.
Field goal.
And that's going to make it 4th down.
I gotta be careful here because usually I get penalized a lot. Like, nope. Get the kick in.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5.
Get to 3.
They settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, come on.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And
Going for a
frankly, it's just
run.
battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
Oh.
To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Goff.
Wow.
Comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's
Oh, man.
and they turn it over. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over.
Oh, well.
Already being in the red zone.
They're in the red zone. That's fine. We'll
4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
we'll hold it
I
down.
believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now is it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal.
Come on.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. The start for them
Blitz.
near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them...
And he's in.
No.
Eagles. Saquon Barkley. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays.
And now it's blocked.
Hey. No.
It's past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
Oh.
To get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
Nice.
What will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Oh my God. I thought he was going all the way right. I didn't see the play right. I thought he was going right.
37-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window.
Wow, the Eagles are hurt too.
In zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part.
That's
Sometimes
3 of them.
the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees.
All right.
Because oftentimes,
Pay
those
attention, pay
linebackers
attention.
will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
2 and 4.
Now, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Going across the middle and
Oh man.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being
I'm just trying to hit him. I'm trying to hit him hard so they can fumble the ball.
A gain there of 21 yards.
But my guys is usually like bouncing off them.
A lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Nice.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the back.
Hey, nice.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Ah, nice sack.
They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And that is no good.
A miss.
And that will keep this a 2-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice.
Very good. Very, very good drive.
57, 58 yards. The chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's result. So
pickup of 8 yards.
It's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how
Going
you
for a
carry yourself,
pass.
how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
I want you to go in.
Off play action.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Whee! There we go. Nice. First down.
He's gonna get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Running left.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Nope. Ah. Pickup of 7.
Pickup of about 7 or 8.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule,
Going for another pass.
whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on
But
1st down. That fits
I
the
have to
bill.
be careful here because I'm sure they're going to be aggressive.
Now gone.
Oh!
Incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Oh.
Knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it
All
the
right.
time. Players talk about
This is it.
Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could...
There we go. Perfect.
It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have retaken the lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
I'm going for 2.
That Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And out now come the Eagles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes.
Oh, nice.
Confidence in their kicker.
Oh,
Just
no.
To be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys,
Lawrence.
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the
It's
end
always
zone
Lawrence. It's always getting hurt.
But if all else fails,
In my game.
less of a
In my games. Not in real life. Not in real life.
Second down and a yard.
In my games.
Hurts. Throw left
No!
side complete. That's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down.
Oh, man, we got to get like a pick or something. We need a fumble recovery or a pick. We just need a turnover.
2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes
nice.
wide for Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We start looking for big-time corners. We'll start with athleticism.
Someone for a pick.
Without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is going to have first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, come on, let's do this.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there.
Nice, nice.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Side and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
I think that's either 9 or 10 for him on the season.
There's a trick in the book. He knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone.
I'm just calling a timeout just in case. 'Cause last time I didn't, and then the clock just went and spat up.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw. Goff. Flush to his right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to knock this one through.
Nice.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional round matchup. As we'll head down
9-16.
to where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our
Not bad.
Sports halftime report. Coach.
Close game. Very close game. I guess Coach. Oh, there we go.
Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Brock Purdy, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes, as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Escaping a tackler at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
All right.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking.
Trying to hit him hard.
Yeah, you're right about that because
Still going for that fumble. I want that fumble. I already got the pick. Another pick would be nice, but I want the fumble.
That defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He dumps it off to Barkley. Get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah,
come on.
Midfield at the 50. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll take this down.
I keep hitting them hard and hard, but nope. They're hanging on to that ball.
They'll look to throw again.
What?
And throw here, that's complete. And
why did my guy duck? I don't know if you guys saw that, but he ducked.
The Eagle passing game looking drive. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Second down and 3. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take it.
No.
For an Eagles touchdown. Keeping it himself from 7 yards
it's all right.
out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their
Going for a run.
now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out,
pick up a 3.
game plan, and keep moving.
A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long
Another
play,
run.
so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Pick up a what? 1?
He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yep. 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whee! I timed it too wrong.
Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard
Or too late. I timed it too late.
69 yards
Yeah.
now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness,
Another run.
for his speed, and he's able to get to
I feel like the run right now, my run game right now is pretty good right now.
type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers.
Here we go, here we go. Adios.
In this case, we thought the guy was quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A nice run there, 9 yards. And
Guess
it'll be
what?
second down.
We're running it
That's
again.
a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking
Using
it
a
and
yard to
turning
get
it
our
into a
first
nice
down.
run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
There we go.
The blitzers, they come in a little bit higher. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Sig.
To throw is Goff.
Yes.
He's got
Yes,
it.
yes, yes. Oh,
It's complete. And the Lions
so close. 2 yards. Just need 2 yards.
This drive with 6 points.
certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
I'm running it, going to the left. Ha!
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And just
Oh, come on.
And he'll be tackled just
Man, I have to like I hit him. They don't go down. They just fight. They fight back.
Start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after.
There we go. Nice.
But the defense gave one up.
End of 3rd.
That's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
I think we both have a pick each. But I still want that fumble.
Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5.
I want that fumble. Give me the fumble.
Left comes Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for Smith on the and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man has got it.
Oh my. Yes, he went down.
Wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch.
Oh man, I need a pick right now. I need a pick.
For a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Fumble or a pick.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley fighting through. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Oh.
Touchdown, Eagles.
This is a close game.
On the touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive in total 8 plays. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30.
All right, I'm going to try to see if I can drain the clock. I'm going to try to drain those 4 minutes all the way down and then go for a field goal.
You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Just going for running plays.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game.
Pick up a 5.
A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here.
Another run.
2nd and 5.
Going to the right. Whee!
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get about 3 out of that.
Yep, pick up a 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game.
Another run.
This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And getting this just shy of midfield, is spotted at the 49. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
So far it's working. The only thing that's going to stop me is going to be the 2-minute warning, which is fine.
5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this
All right,
drive, and like you said, the way
let's see.
They may just stick with it.
Oh.
Minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute
warning.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Yep. Just gonna let it keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Gibbs straight ahead. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Oh, they call a timeout?
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought
Picked up the 1st down.
Clock's under a minute.
Take a couple knees.
They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
Oh, I pressed timeout. Oh my gosh.
We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL.
Every time that happens to me. Oh man. Okay, that's fine. No, that's not fine. I'm recording, so I can only record up to 60 minutes.
Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts.
Nice. Khalil back. Oh no. May. Marcus May.
Defense coming through there, CD, with a big-time play, and they're getting close here to getting off the field and giving their offense a chance to win this ball game.
Your partner, no one's cheering louder after that play than their offensive teammates, because they understand how different things would be if instead of going out
going for a blitz package.
They can run out there with a chance to win the game right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
No!
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. Eluding the pressure.
Come on.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Nice. That's what's up.
Kirby Joseph just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And this dominant defense
Come on, blitz.
has continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Yes. Yes.
In there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and it looks like one of the DBs.
Come on, come on, come on. Let's do this. Whee! Whee! There we go.
It's a touchdown. Guys, that touchdown alone doesn't win them the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop.
Oh man, that was a close game. I messed up in the last minutes, the last seconds of the fourth quarter, but I redeemed myself here.
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
I got my fumble at the end.